Good evening. Welcome to Primetime News on TV1. I'm Peruni Karunaratna. We're coming to you live from our Newsfirst studios here in Colombo. These are tonight's top stories. Queen of Sinhala cinema, Malini Fonseca, passes away at 78. State funeral set for Monday. Former Minister Duminda Disanaka remanded over gold-plated T-56 recovery. 2 more West JB electorate organisers resign. Meteorological Department issues heavy rain advisory for northern and eastern Sri Lanka. On to those stories in detail now. The final rites of Malini Fonseca, the beloved queen of Sinhala cinema, will be held on Monday at the Independence Square in Colombo. She will be honoured with a state funeral in recognition of her great contribution to the Sinhala film and culture. Malini Fonseca passed away early this morning while receiving treatment at a private hospital in Colombo. She had been unwell for some time. With her passing, a beautiful chapter in Sri Lanka's film history comes to an end. She was 78 years old at the time of her demise. Minister of Buddha Sasana, Religious and Cultural Affairs, Dr. Hiniduma Sunil Senavi announced that the public may pay their final respects to Malini Fonseca, the beloved queen of Sinhala cinema, tomorrow from 10 a.m. onwards at the Tarangani Theatre of the National Film Corporation.
හෙට උදේ 10 ඉඳලා තරංගනී ශාලා පරිශ්‍රයේ තැන්පත් කෙරෙනවා දේහය. ඉන්පසු 26 වෙනිදා සඳුදා සවස අවසන් කටයුතු රාජ්‍ය ගෞරව සහිතව සිදු කෙරෙනවා නිදහස් චතුරස්‍රයේදී.
A meeting was held at the President's office to discuss the details of the funeral. Her remains lay at her home in Madhibala today, where family, friends and fans gathered in sorrow to say goodbye. Malini Senehelata Fonseca. The name itself carries the grace, beauty and strength of a golden era. Born on the 30th of April 1947 in Kalania to Gilbert and Silavati Fonseca, Malini was the third of 11 siblings. She studied at St. John's College in Nugegoda and later at Gurukula College in Kalania. Her journey into arts began on the stage in 1963. By 1968, she had already won the Best Actress Award at the State Drama Festival for Akal Bassa. That same year, legendary director Tissa Lianasuriya introduced her to cinema through Punchi Baba. From that moment on, her talent was impossible to ignore. These names remain etched in golden letters across the hearts of film lovers. she was equally powerful in art films and commercial hits, with directors often competing to cast her. Malini Fonseca became an icon, a true symbol of the golden age of Sinhala cinema. Her talent was celebrated internationally as well. She was honoured at the Moscow International Film Festival for Air Than Lokulamek and received recognition at the New Delhi Film Festival for Siripala Saharan Manika. In Akasa Kusum, her performance won her the Silver Peacock Award for Best Actress, a rare achievement for a Sri Lankan artist. She acted in over 150 films, including Nidana, Pembaramadu, Hinganakolla, Basante Davasak, Soldadu Unnahe, Eadan Lokulamek, Deviyani Oba Kohida, Aradhana, Yasa Isuru, Antimaraya, Bambaru Avit, and many more. For nearly 6 decades, she graced the screen with performances that moved hearts. In 1978, she even starred alongside Indian legend Sivaji Ganesan in Pilot Premnath. In 1987, she stepped behind the camera to direct and produce Sasara Chetana, marking yet another milestone in her creative journey. She also became a beloved face on television, with dramas like Pittagam Kareo and Kemmura still remembered fondly. Generations of artists were inspired by her, including members of her own family like Ananda, Damayanti, Rasadari, Shriyani, Samanali and Senali Fonseca. Her lifelong dedication to cinema was recognized by the University of Visual and Performing Arts, which awarded her an honorary doctorate. In 2012, a commemorative postage stamp was issued in her name, honouring her lasting impact on Sri Lankan arts. She also served the country as a Member of Parliament, continuing her service to the people beyond the screen.
Mangadawe Adre Hoyagina Avaswa Adre Mata Mevage Adarak මට තේරෙන්නේ නැහැ කොහොමද කියන්න කියලා මේ හැම දෙනාම ඇත්තටම අවංකව මං වෙනුවෙන් මේ වෙලාව ගත කරපු එක මට කෝටියක් වටිනවා අනේ ගොඩාක් ස්තුතියි ඔයගලන්ට.
Malini Fonseca, more than an actress, a symbol of elegance, strength and passion. A national treasure who lives on in our hearts. Malini Senehilata Fonseca. Her love lives on. Her memory never fades. Deputy National Organizer of the Samagi Jana Balawege, Ranjit Taluvihare, has resigned from both of his positions in the party. He announced this today that he is resigning from his national post as well as his position as an organizer. Now on the same day, former provincial councillor Attorney Champika Vijayaratne also resigned from his position as an organizer in the party. In a letter addressed to the Samagi Jana Balawege's General Secretary and Opposition Leader Sajid Premadasa, Ranjit Taluvihare, the Deputy National Organizer of the Samagi Jana Balawege, said that he had resigned from his role as Deputy National Organizer as well as from being the Electorate Organizer for Rattota in the Mathale district. Besides Ranjit Taluvihare, another electorate organizer from the Mathale district also resigned today. Dambulla electorate organizer, former provincial minister and lawyer Champika Vijayaratne also stepped down from his position. Champika Vijayaratne sent a letter to the SJB General Secretary as well as opposition leader Sajid Premadasa to inform them of his resignation. In his letter, he explained that his decision was due to his disagreement with the party leadership's unilateral approach to managing political activities in the Dambulla electorate. He further said that during the provincial council elections, while serving as the chief organizer for Dambulla, he was unfairly sidelined when others were appointed as the main representatives of the electorate. The letter also notes that after the elections, he convened a committee, including the party secretary, where he presented details regarding provincial councillors for Dambulla, the party's commitment, vote percentages and counts, and the qualifications required for appointing councillors in each area. Following the committee's recommendations, the selection of representatives was finalised. However, he expressed disappointment that after completing these processes and discussing future plans with the chosen candidates, the party secretary altered all decisions, which led to his frustration and eventual resignation, though it was a reluctant choice. This challenging situation has emerged during the appointment of provincial council representatives for the Samagichana Balawegaya. It has been reported that lists, which were originally prepared with the consensus of seat organisers, were abruptly changed yesterday by an official party team. Rohini Kumari Vijayaratna, Member of Parliament for the Mathale district, expressed her regret and sadness over the matter as well. She also said that she hopes the issue would be resolved through dialogue within the party. Parliamentarian Duminda Vijayasiri resigned yesterday from his position as the Bandarwala electorate organizer for the Samagichana Balawegaya. Although he said he would explain the reasons for his resignation at a media briefing today, no such event took place. However, during a media briefing held in Colombo recently, Duminda Vijayasiri said that if the Samagichana Balawegaya aims to gain power, the party must undergo restructuring. Former Minister Duminda Disanaka was ordered to be remanded until the 29th of May by the acting magistrate of Mount Lavinia, Shanta Kumara. This order was issued following his arrest and subsequent appearance in court in connection with the discovery of a gold-plated T-56 firearm at an apartment complex in Vallavatta.
While staying at a luxury apartment complex in Colombo, former Minister Duminda Disanaka was arrested yesterday morning by a team of officers from the Terrorism Investigation Division. The suspect, former Minister Duminda Disanaka, was produced before the Mount Lavinia Magistrates Court by the investigating officers. During the court proceedings, the investigators submitted a report related to the incident. Excerpt.
Your Honour, investigations so far have revealed that the firearm in question belonged to the Chief Security Officer of Duminda Disanaka's father. Furthermore, statements have been recorded from other suspects currently in custody. According to the third suspect, the firearm was handed over to suspects 1 and 2. Subsequently, the fourth suspect, Duminda Disanaka, had allegedly instructed them via telephone to keep the parcel containing the firearm in a secure location. A phone data analysis is currently underway. Additionally, investigations are ongoing to determine whether the firearm is licensed. A forensic report is also expected, and further investigations are to be conducted. Since the investigation is still ongoing, we request that the suspect be remanded.
End of excerpt. Appearing on behalf of the suspect was President's Counsel Faiza Mustafa and Sampath Mendes, who rejected all allegations put forward by the investigators. Excerpt.
This investigation is being conducted without any independent evidence. Arresting our clients solely based on the statements of suspects in custody is unjust. This sets a dangerous precedent. How can one individual be arrested merely based on another suspect's statement? We completely reject all allegations leveled against our client by the investigators. At the next court date, we intend to file a bail application before the presiding magistrate.
End of excerpt. After considering the facts presented, the magistrate ordered that the suspects be remanded until the 29th of May. During the hearing, the investigating officers informed the court that when the suspect was referred to the judicial medical officer, it was confirmed that he was ill. Therefore, the court was informed that the suspect would be admitted to the prison hospital. This evening, former Minister Duminda Disanaka was transferred to the Magazine prison in Colombo.
Two Two suspects have been arrested in connection with a passport fraud case involving the submission of false information to the Department of Immigration and Emigration to obtain travel documents illegally. The suspects, aged 32 and 51, are residents of Maligavatta and Ahaliyagoda. According to police, the suspects used a WhatsApp photo of an organised criminal currently overseas named Koralagamage Mandinu Padma Siri Pereira, also known as Kehel Baddara Padme. They digitally altered the photo and submitted it to the Immigration Department to fraudulently obtain a passport. Investigations have revealed that this individual, Kehel Baddara Padme, initially received a passport in 2014 and travelled abroad in 2021. Despite his passport expiring in 2024, authorities say that while overseas, he managed to fraudulently submit his photo and personal details to obtain a new passport through the department's one-day service. It has also been uncovered that in 2025, using the same photo, he illegally obtained 2 additional passports under different names. Police confirmed that after being presented before the Colombo Magistrates Court, the 2 arrested suspects have been remanded until the 29th of May while investigations continue.
Newsfirst with the people.
Prime Minister Dr. Harini Amarasuriya said that Sri Lanka's health system must change to meet the new challenges the country is facing. She expressed these views while handing over appointment letters to 3,147 new nursing officers at a ceremony held at Temple Trees. An event was held today at Temple Trees to mark the appointment of 3,147 nursing officers and the promotion of 83 officers to the special grade of nursing service.
කාලයක් තිස්සේ අපේ නිදහස් සෞඛ්‍ය ප්‍රතිපත්තිය තුළ ලෝකේ වෙන රටවල් එක්ක සංසන්දනය කරන විට
For some time, Sri Lanka's free healthcare system has done well when compared to other countries. But we still face many challenges. One of the biggest needs now is to prevent non-communicable diseases like diabetes and heart disease. To do this, we must improve public health services, especially by making healthcare more available in the places where people live. Strengthening both primary and community health services is very important. Mental health is also a big concern. Even though we can't always see it, mental health is just as important as physical health. We need to improve healthcare support in schools as well, especially to help children and young people stay mentally and socially healthy. This is not just about continuing what we've always done. The world and our country are facing new and complex problems. As a nation, we need to think carefully about how our healthcare system should respond to these changes.
මැදිහත් විය යුතු විදිය ගැන මම හිතන්නේ රටක් හැටියට අපිට හිතන්න වෙලා තියෙනවා.
අපි ඉන්නේ පුනරුද යුගයක. අපිට විශාල බලාපොරොත්තුවක් තිබෙනවා රටේ අනාගතය පිළිබඳව. ඒ බලාපොරොත්තු ඉටු කරගන්න නම් ආණ්ඩුව
If our public services don't work properly, efficiently and with care for people, we won't be able to move forward as a country. That's why we decided to give jobs to 3,147 healthcare workers at once. In the next 2 months, we will also appoint another 350 people. By March next year, we plan to give jobs to about 2,600 more and another 2,500 in the following batch. In total, around 5,500 new nurses will join the service over the next 2 to 2.5 years. We are also working quickly to start a national nursing university to help train healthcare workers better. We've had some requests from other countries to share our healthcare workers through agreements between governments. These agreements can help our staff get better pay, more training and learn new technology. For example, the government of Kuwait has already asked to hire some of our nurses and healthcare officers for 2 years. They've agreed to provide free housing, food and both local and international travel for those workers.
නවාතැන් පහසුකම්, ආහාර පාන, අභ්‍යන්තර සහ ජාත්‍යන්තර ගුවන් ගමන් ආදී සියලු දේවල් නොමිලේ ලබා දෙන්නත් එකඟයි.
Several road accidents across different parts of Sri Lanka in the past few hours have resulted in 1 fatality and injuries to 47 others.
The fatal crash occurred early this morning in Nethopitia on the Colombo-Vallavaya road, where an SLTB bus collided from behind with a tipper truck. The collision injured 12 passengers and the driver of the tipper truck. Deputy Minister of Provincial Councils and Local Government P. Ruwan Senarath visited the Tangol Base Hospital today to assess the conditions of the injured. A private bus travelling from Nuwara to Kandy overturned near Topaz on the Nuwara Kandy road last night. The bus was carrying 54 passengers returning from a recreational trip from Kurunegala to Badulla. 53 people were on board the bus at the time, while 23 people were injured in the accident. Last night, a man and his 3-year-old granddaughter sustained injuries when their vehicle veered off the Tangol Hambantota main road near Valiara and crashed into a concrete barrier. A tipper truck collided with an SLTV bus near Balharwa Junction on the Vallavaya Thanamalvila main road, leaving 6 passengers injured. In a separate accident, 2 young men were injured in a motorcycle collision on the Vadua Morontudua road.
The Meteorological Department forecasts that the prevailing showery conditions over the southwestern parts of Sri Lanka are expected to continue. According to the Met Department, showers will occur at times in the western Sabaragamuwa, northwestern and central provinces and in the Galle and Mathura districts. Heavy showers of about 100 millimeters are likely at some places in the western and Sabaragamuwa provinces and in the Galle, Mathura, Nuwara Eliya and Kandy districts. A few showers may occur elsewhere over the island as well. Fairly strong winds of about 35 to 45 kilometers per hour can be expected at times over the western slopes of the central hills and in the northern, north central, northwestern and southern provinces and in the Trincomalee district. We'll be heading into a short break. We'll be right back.
Far from the city noise, under a mango tree, children turn broken desks into a stage. They sing, they dance, they try. No bright lights, no big crowds, just a small school and big dreams. Change is coming. An open-air stage for the Kattaragama Primary School. Gammetta, for the people, by the people.
Not only is it a loss to all of the people who come to this country to study, it's a loss to American citizens.
It's kind of shocking. I don't really think it's very fair.
I'm leaving a place that might look very, very different next year.
Harvard's global lockout.
A special discussion was held in Colombo today to explore ways to promote power boating in Sri Lanka.
The special discussion to explore ways to promote power boating in Sri Lanka brought together key stakeholders. The discussion focused on the rising interest in power boating among tourists and looked at how the country can build on this trend to strengthen its local boat manufacturing sector.
Our boat manufacturing industry has already reached the international market. We are currently supplying the world with high-quality fishing boats, yachts and various other types of boats. All of this shows that Sri Lanka has the potential to develop a huge industry. Therefore, through today's session with the Power Boat Association, we aim to explore whether it is possible to add another type of boat to our production.
The official media briefing of the ISAC International Congress 2025 took place in Colombo this morning. Sri Lanka has been selected to host the ISAC International Congress 2025, the largest annual global youth leadership event organized by ISAC International.
Our core mission is holistic, but in a way it's quite simple as well. It is simply to develop leadership potential of the youth all across the world. We believe that the world needs young leaders who are empathetic and culturally aware, solution-driven, and is not scared to do what is right or what is easy. And that helps build more inclusive societies that can do a lot better for the entirety of the world.
At this year's Congress, ISAC will officially launch its Vision 2030, outlining its strategic direction for the next 5 years. The 9-day conference, set to take place in July, will bring together around 400 international youth leaders from over 100 countries. US President Donald Trump's decision to stop the Harvard University from accepting international students has caused concern across the world. The decision was quickly challenged in court by Harvard, and for now, a federal judge has blocked the ban. Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem announced the government has revoked Harvard's Student and Exchange Visitor Program certification, saying the university failed to comply with federal law. The administration also accused Harvard of breaching campus safety standards and alleged ties to the Chinese Communist Party.
This program has been in place for a very long time. These policies have been in place for a long time, and Harvard brought these consequences upon themselves. They have promoted and allowed violent activity on campus. They have allowed anti-Semitism, participation with CCP and Chinese infiltration and influence on their campus, and they haven't protected their students. So we have given them multiple opportunities to share criminal activity with us, backgrounds on these students, to let us conduct the oversight into this program that is our responsibility, and they have refused to do so. So today I sent them a letter that said they will no longer be allowed to participate in this student exchange visitor program, and that's up to 27% of their enrolled students. So it's significant. Any foreign student that wishes to get an education in this country that is attending Harvard and not participating in this criminal activity, they will have to find another university to go to, because Harvard has chosen instead to not protect their students and to allow this kind of violent and discriminatory action continue.
Harvard strongly pushed back, calling the move unlawful. In a statement, the university said, quote, "We are fully committed to maintaining Harvard's ability to host our international students and scholars who hail from more than 140 countries and enrich the university and this nation immeasurably," unquote. Harvard also took the case to court. U.S. District Judge Alison Burroughs issued a temporary restraining order blocking the Trump administration's plan to strip Harvard University of its ability to enroll foreign students. The order pauses the move that the Department of Homeland Security to revoke Harvard's access to the Student and Exchange Visitor Program, a government database that manages foreign students. Meanwhile, the Chinese government strongly condemned the move, calling it politically motivated and harmful to global academic cooperation.
中美教育合作是互利的，中方一贯反对将教育合作政治化。美方有关做法只会损害美国的形象和国际信誉。中方将坚定维护海外中国学生和学者的正当合法权益。
The announcement has shocked thousands of Harvard's international students. Many now fear losing their visas or being forced to leave the country.
I think myself and many other Americans who've gone to universities in this country, a key part of our experience is international students. I think not only is it a loss to all of the people who come to this country to study, it's a loss to American citizens. And it's something that we're all really worried about and something that needs to be stopped.
It's kind of shocking. I don't really think it's very fair. A lot of students all over the world kind of work hard to go to school where they want to, so I think everybody should be able to choose where they want to continue their education. I do have hope that, you know, they'll try to fix whatever's going on and that ban won't happen. But honestly, you never know, so I hope that it works out well, but yeah, we can only just kind of put our trust in the system, and hopefully it's the outcome that we want.
I was definitely shocked, and I think there is a reason to worry about it spreading to other universities in America. I don't think it's fair at all, and I'm hopeful that this can be solved before it becomes super widespread. And I'm hopeful that the legal system will be able to fix this issue as soon as possible.
I'm very hopeful that eventually it'll work itself out. Obviously it's kind of fresh because it just happened, but I'm sure in a few months something will work itself out. I'm not that worried right now. I think maybe in a few months I could be more worried if it hasn't figured itself out, but for right now I feel hopeful that the legal system will figure it out.
I'm leaving a place that might look very, very different next year, and it's already starting to look very different because of all the fear that people experience because of the visa revocations and the detentions of international students. Fewer people want to speak up, fewer people want to participate in protests, want to write op-eds in the student newspaper. People are scared, and it's truly heartbreaking to see that development.
Harvard currently hosts around 6,800 international students, over 27% of its student body. Roughly a fifth are from China, followed by students from Canada, India, South Korea and the United Kingdom. Meanwhile, the European Union's trade chief said the 27-member bloc is committed to securing a trade deal with the United States that is based on respect and not threats. It comes after US President Donald Trump threatened to slap a 50% tariff on all goods sent to the US from the EU.
EU Trade Commissioner Maros Sefcovic said that after a call with US Trade Representative Jamieson Greer and Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick, the EU is fully engaged and committed to securing a deal that works for both. He said that the EU-US trade is unmatched and must be guided by mutual respect, not threats. He said that they stand ready to defend interests. Earlier yesterday, Trump expressed impatience with the pace of the ongoing EU-US trade negotiations, saying his plan to raise tariffs on the 1st of June was set. Writing on social media, Trump said, quote-unquote, "Our discussions with the EU are going nowhere," adding that there would be no tariffs for products built or manufactured in the US. According to reports, the EU is one of Washington's largest trading partners, sending more than $600 billion in goods last year and buying $370 billion worth.
Shubman Gil has been appointed India's new Test captain following the retirement of Rohit Sharma.
Top-order batter Shubman Gil has been named the new Test captain of the Indian men's team. The 25-year-old succeeds Rohit Sharma as captain, with the 38-year-old having retired from Test cricket earlier this month. Gil, who has scored 1,893 runs in 32 tests, will lead a depleted Indian team in a 5-test tour of England starting at the Headingley on 20th of June. Wicketkeeper Rishabh Pant has been named Gil's deputy in the Test squad, as Jasprit Bumrah, who was Rohit's vice-captain on the tour of Australia, may not be able to play in all 5 tests.
A comprehensive new tourism development report centered on Ruhunu was officially launched today at a special event held in Colombo.
The report, titled Ruhunu Ring, outlines a visionary strategy to enhance tourism across southern Sri Lanka. The launch ceremony took place under the patronage of Minister of Foreign Affairs, Foreign Employment and Tourism, Vijitha Herath. Deputy Minister Professor Ruwan Ranasinghe, along with a number of dignitaries, industry stakeholders and officials were in attendance to mark the occasion.
Tonight, the excitement builds on The Voice Sri Lanka Season 3 as Coach Mihindu's team takes the stage for another intense live round in this popular reality competition. Having already showcased over 50 remarkable performances, the contestants continue to captivate audiences both locally and around the world, helping The Voice Sri Lanka maintain a top spot on the global charts and attracting massive viewer engagement. We leave you tonight with the latest update coming in from Julia Sonali, reporting from Stein Studios in Ratmalana. Good night.
Hi everyone, hope you're enjoying The Voice Sri Lanka Season 3, and it's all about your votes. I know you guys are so excited to support Sri Lankan talents. This is just a little reminder about the voting numbers. Let's go. Voting number 13, Akila. Voting number 14, Samya. Then again, voting number 15, Rasindu. Voting number 16, Kabinath. Then again, voting number 17, Kania. Voting number 18, Kanishka. So it's about the voting numbers, and then again remind you there's a little time more. So stay tuned and vote soon. And one more thing, we are so excited to share that Sri Lanka, The Voice Sri Lankan talents have been again fired on Global for the 50th time. So stay tuned. This is all about The Voice Sri Lanka Season 3.